Welcome to the Wasteland News Network. The Steel Rain update is live, and with that, we now have the ability to craft our own legendary items. And one of the components needed are legendary cores. I'm here to show you the top 3 places to find legendary cores, actually farm them. The events you want to find are the public events, the one on the map that have the exclamation point. Those are public events. And the first one we're going to do today is a colossal problem. The reason we're doing a colossal problem first is if you drop on Earl, a colossal problem first, then drop on the Queen, Scorched Beast Queen, it will re-trigger a colossal problem. And if you have enough time, you can do both off one nuke. As you can see here, I am not carrying any legendary cores right now. So let's enter a colossal problem. If you've never done the event, it can be pretty difficult. The one good thing about it is the Wendigos drop mass quantities of screws. So if you just want to farm the Wendigos and let Earl live a little bit longer, you should come out with about 200 to 300 screws and a bit of acid. So it's a really good event for farming. So I'm just going to go ahead and skip to the death of Earl, and we'll see what we get as our reward. Right now, the mine is collapsing. Also, for people who've never done this event before, you do not have to escape the mine. You have about a minute or two to go around and loot the Wendigo bodies for all of the screws and acid and everything, and it'll automatically transport you out. So you do not have to flee the mine. It is fun to try it the first couple of times, but then we realized, hey, we don't die if we stay down here, and we get to keep all the loot we get. And as you can see, in about 5 seconds, it's going to transport us out of here. You'll see the screen will go a little bit dark, and we will all be transported out of the mine. Just be careful. If you do transport out into the nuke zone, make sure you're wearing either power armor or a radiation suit. And here we go. Let's see how many legendary cores a colossal problem brings. And also a glitch on the rewards. The cursed items are now listed, like the cursed shovel, the cursed harpoon gun. Here you'll see it'll just say shovel as a 3-star. It is definitely a cursed shovel, so be wary of that. So this event, a colossal problem, drops 8 legendary cores. 8 legendary cores for killing Earl. Next up, we'll have the Scorched Beast Queen. And both Trixie and Silly Dragon have built this amazing platform here at Scorched Earth. And I'm here doing a little bit of a robot dance emote, and that should get her to land in the middle of the platform. Even if you don't do the emote, she is pretty much likely to actually land right in here, which makes it super easy to do all of the ads and all of the cleanup because everything is on the platform. She'll land in here, all the ads will pop out. There she is. And there's my weapon of choice against the Queen. I like to freeze her so she stays put, so everybody else, and sometimes there's 1 or 2 other people using cryolators. I find it's very effective at keeping her staying put. And when she does that, everybody else can take down her health quite quickly. Now, yes, she does fly up and into the sky again, and usually she'll just be a little slow. I'll just wait until she comes back down to finish her off. And it usually takes about 1,500 to 2,000 cryo cells during one Scorched Beast Queen. So you get your required number of hits. If you do not get any hits on her, a sufficient number, you will not get legendary cores. We put an alt character in who was a squatter who did absolutely nothing during the event and got 0 cores. So squatters get 0. And players will get, let's see if it's going to display how many cores we get from Scorched Earth. Pew, pew, pew. Okay. Yep, we know she's dead. Tell me how many cores I got. Item reward. All deflux. Okay, we're going to have to go and look. Okay. Under miscellaneous. You'll find the legendary cores under miscellaneous. They weigh 0. So let's just go ahead and take a look and see what we got. And we got 5. Wow. Less than Earl. Because we had 8. 8 and 5 is 13. So yeah, you get 5 cores for the Scorched Beast Queen. And right now we skipped over to encrypted. I did craft a few things, so my cores have dropped down by 10. So I have 3 cores at the beginning of encrypted. And it takes a Assaultron keycard or recall keycard to do the event. And you can purchase these keycards from any vendor for about 1,200, 1,300 caps. I'm very curious to see what this event brings. I go ahead and use the key card back out of the computer and actually trigger the event. You can wait 9 or 10 minutes for everybody to assemble, but usually some idiot comes in and starts up the event, and you're waiting for all your friends or other people in the server, so I'm kind of done with that. So I'm just going to go ahead and kick off the event. We have 22 seconds. The best way to do this event is to have one person. Today it's me. I'm going to take all 3 pylons. I'm in power armor, so I can see my health points very clearly on the left side of the screen. I have around 100 stim packs. I'm going to go ahead and take all 3 pylons and retreat. Run back towards, it looks like a little bit of a short grain elevator. And what it's going to do is it's going to draw the robot, the Assaultron, towards me and leaves all the rest of the robots and the other show that happens around the cabin back here by the pylons. And as a conduit, you have to watch your health constantly. It's a little bit tricky with a controller because I'm actually running and stimming with another, pushing another button at the same time, taking stims as I run. I do try to have a wingman try to clear the robots away from me so I have a clear run. And sometimes she appears right here, sometimes not. There we go. My first pylon, running and stimming, because it's taking your health away the more pylons you take. And there's the second pylon. And heading for the third pylon right here. And a player has a camp. Whoop, she just is about to materialize in front of me. She is firing. Whoops, I should have gone the other way. There's that little grain silo. And there's a camp. You can put a tent down, anything. You can actually continue to run further away and actually jump down the cliff. Sometimes she will follow you. Sometimes she'll actually follow you up into somebody's camp. But it pulls her away and a lot easier to get hits on her. And she's going to go down pretty quick. Now, you can see my health. I'm actually stimming. I tried to get a few hits on her. And the event is actually done that quick. So a little bit of a tip there on how to do that efficiently. And we trade up who gets to be, taking all the pylons and who gets to be the wingman, everything. So let's see how many cores. We started with 3. Let's see how many legendary cores we get from encrypted. This event can go very quickly. There's no nuclear key cards involved, anything. Wow, 8. 8 legendary cores for encrypted. I think in terms of speed and gathering of cores as quickly as possible, if everybody chips in caps and buys some of these recall key cards, this event will be amazing for farming legendary cores. 8. I'm giving this slot a number 1. Also, a note, Uranium Fever gives 1 core. Rad Rumble, sadly, only 1 core. So I think I'll be doing a whole lot of encrypteds for the rest of the week. Thanks so very much for watching, and I'll see you out in the wasteland.